here. I'm thankful and humbled by your presence. To our honorable leader, Brandon McCartney, Reverend Dr. Patrick Paul, former president of the Bahamas Christian Council, our moderator, did not she do an excellent job? My brothers and sisters, I am truly humbled to stand here tonight, but there's a reason why I am here. Tell you of Tamara Lowe. Tamara Lowe was 10 years old when she began using drugs. By the time she was 12, she was dealing in drugs. And by the time she reached 8th grade, she was disinterested in school and dropped out. But at the age of 19, something happened to Tamara. She had a change of heart and decided to make something out of her life. So Tamara went back and obtained her high school equivalent diploma. She worked as a waitress, and put herself through college. 23 years later, Tamara Lowe and her husband Peter are owners of a multinational company that operates in more than 100 countries around the world. Tamara Lowe herself has been a coach, personal coach, to more than 5 presidents of the United States of America. You ask yourself, how could that happen? How could this possibly be? And I say to you, it's because of the potential and power of the human spirit. God has created and made us in such a way that we can be anything that we put our minds to be. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. And I am here tonight because I believe in the Bahamian spirit. I truly believe that Bahamians can be and accomplish anything that they want to. And so I am grieved when as a nation we seem to think less of what Bahamians can do. We seem to think that somehow foreign is better. Somehow if they come from across the waters, they can do it better than we can. Notwithstanding that our children have gone a foreign, learned from the same schools, sat in some of the same organizations and been exposed to the same processes, principles, and teachings. But we're not prepared to give our own Bahamian, local, grown, homegrown, the same opportunities. Something must be wrong with that picture. And I'm here tonight because I believe we can change that. I'm here tonight because I believe we need to change that. I am very disturbed by the direction in which our country is going. For many years, I have worked from the Christian or the church perspective in assisting the community and trying to lift our brothers and sisters. But I've been compelled, I've been driven by what we see today to come from outside the church arena, so to speak, and to move to a brand new arena. For me, and that's the political arena, because there are some things that only can be done in the political arena. There are some things that we need to change, and we need to start from the top. And so, we've got to go to the top to change the top. We've got to be sent to the top in order to change the top. My vision for the Bahamas, my heart cry and yearning for the Bahamas, as it is for Elizabeth, is that we can be a people with strong values, strong families. I believe that we need to strengthen our families, because family is the bedrock of any society. Family is the first safety net. That's where our children are going to learn their principles. That's where our children are going to learn who they are and what they can be. That's where our children are going to learn that they have value and self-worth. And so our young women can hold themselves, hold their heads up high, and say, I know who I am. And I'm not defined by the clothes I wear or where I live. Because character begins from on the inside. So I believe we need to strengthen our families. Now I know in Elizabeth, as in most of the country, single parents lead most of our homes today. Single parents are struggling to raise children in a very difficult environment. Single mothers in particular, struggling to feed and rear their children. Should not they also have the Bahamian dream? Shouldn't they be able to aspire to the Bahamian dream of being able to have a job, make a decent living, provide for their children, educate their children, and someday own a piece of the rock? Should that dream be denied from them? You see, I can relate to the struggle of a single parent. I was grown up by a single parent. My mom raised me and my siblings. So I know what it is when the paycheck has run out, but it ain't one thing yet. The needs haven't stopped. And so needs go unmet. I know what it is to look at other children and wonder, how come you can't have those same opportunities that they have? I know what that is. But I also know that with hard work and determination and a little help in the right places, I'm not talking about a handout. I'm talking about a hand up, where we provide help to those who are struggling. With hard work and determination and that help, we can overcome those obstacles. I was able to do it in my own life. You've heard my bio. After attending Wilson Primary, it was called Brown and Towns back then. But from there, I was able to go to St. Anne's. I remember my mom used to throw A2. Remember those days when they'd bind together and throw their A2? That's how I went to St. Anne's. Her drawer paid my school fees. I know when she would not even buy herself a dress just so that she could pay my school fees. And because I knew the struggle that she went through to put me through school, I didn't play around. I knew even when I was given the opportunity to go off to college to London, being in London one day I was walking on the street and I looked around, the hundreds and thousands of people passing me. And it dawned on me all of a sudden, nobody here knows me. Nobody here knows me. I could do anything. But you know what kept me? It was the thought of my mother back home and the struggle that she went through so that I could be where I was. That kept me focused. And so I say that we need to come alongside those single mothers who struggle, those single parents who struggle, and provide them the assistance and the support and the infrastructure that would help them. But after achieving and accomplishing, I also knew to whom much is given, much is required. I could not satisfy with just coming back home and getting a good job, eating up the fat of the land, minding my own business, and just keeping to myself. I've come forward today, this evening, because I believe the time is now for voices to rise up in our country, to speak on behalf of the downtrodden, to speak on behalf of the masses, and to speak loud enough that there is change. My vision for Elizabeth is that we build a strong community to get back to the days of yesteryear, when neighbors were neighbors, when we knew each other, and we looked out for each other. We were all in this together. And I believe that if we come together and work together, there is nothing that we cannot achieve together. And so ours is about building community, being our brother's keeper. I believe that if we share our ideas, pool our resources, we can see many things accomplished in Elizabeth. We can provide that support to single mothers. We can provide that food bank for those who fall short. And there are times when we all fall short if we're honest. We can be that hand to help in time of need. We have those of us among us who run short in terms of utilities and other bills and expenses. Surely, your little, my little coming together, a little makes a lot. Yeah. And every mile starts with a single step. I say when I walk through, when I drive through Elizabeth, it grieves me to see the amount of young men standing, sitting, nothing to do. And I don't believe that they want to be where they are. I believe that there are circumstances that are keeping them from being able to achieve their dreams, because I believe they have dreams. They want to be able to take care of their children, help their families. And I believe that it's our responsibility to help them to do that. And so I believe that we should have educational centers, centers where those who've fallen through the cracks, okay, we didn't finish high school with all the academia, but we're gifted, we're talented, we can use our hands. Surely we can find ways to retrain, retool, and then provide opportunities for productivity for our young people. It can be done. I look at countries around the world with millions of people, and they're able to garner and to structure themselves to make things happen in their cities. It's just a 2x4 island. There's only a handful of us. Surely we could come together and carve out our destiny. I believe that we can do it. And I put myself forward to be that catalyst for change, to be that agent to bring help